The other forward, 6'5" junior Cameron Cleland, 13.5 points, 8.5 rebounds for the big junior Cameron Cleland. And the big man in the middle to face off against Mark Hendrickson, 6'8" senior Justin Raymond, a 4-year starter, top AA scorer in Skagit County, 19.5 points per game, 10 rebounds. Justin Raymond in the middle for the Sedro Woolley Cubs. The starting lineup being announced right now for both the Mount Vernon Bulldogs and Sedro Woolley Cubs. In fact, they're going to announce the entire lineup for Sedro Woolley. A good crowd on hand here to see that as well.
Yeah, there's a good, but there is room. So if you want to get in here, it is not a sellout. There is some room and bleachers on the end. So come on out and watch a good ball game. Should be excellent. I'm excited about it. It's got high school basketball. There's just nothing like it. It's going to be great.
And the way we can clarify that, it is kind of a sellout. They'd reserve tickets back to make sure that the students had enough seats. And as I was talking to Mount Vernon Athletic Director John Boyson about the difficulties of putting on a game like this, you really don't know how many you have to hold back for the parents of the players on the home team and the visiting team. And there are so many reserved tickets that you have to have and not reserved seats that it makes it difficult to know exactly what number to guess at to where you should sell free advance tickets. And so, well, they ran into a little problem like that, but it's a nearly full gymnasium and a very loud one.
Yeah, well, Bill Gallagher, the first time he's gone through that this year, but talked to John Boyson a lot this week, I'm sure, saying, where are we at and what should we do? And they got it taken care of, but it is a guessing game. You know, you don't know for sure how many students are going to show up, but we got a big house there. It's going to be nice and noisy for a good Northwest League basketball game.
Northwest League season comes to an end 1 week from tonight, but the Mount Vernon Bulldogs can wrap up the league championship with a win here this evening against Sedro Woolley. The Cubs really need to win 2 of their last 3, and it would, of course, help to win all 3. To do so, they would have to beat the Bulldogs here at home this evening.
Team out here, we should have some good refereeing. They've done a lot of games between the 2 of them, and they're right up there in the rankings as far as officials in the Northwest League, so this should be a dandy.
2 of the finest to do a game that includes 2 of the finest in the Northwest League. The Bulldogs in the road green uniforms with the white 6 stripe down the side, the white Mount Vernon on the chest in white numerals trimmed in gray. The Cubs are in their home whites with blue numerals, and the uniforms are trimmed in blue. Mark Hendrickson and Justin Raymond, 2 of the finest ever to put on a uniform in the Northwest League, facing off against each other for a final time to jump ball to start this contest, at least a final time in regular season action. You never know what could happen at the district tournament. The official, Stu Gorski, set to toss the ball in the air. He does, and Hendrickson controls the tap to the Bulldogs. Comes off to Dave Garcia. Bounce pass, low post right side. Goes to Hendrickson. Fall away jumper, 8 feet on the baseline. Good. Mark Hendrickson for 2.
Well, just took it right inside in the paint, right to Raymond, and Hendrickson up with the smooth 2.
Bulldogs out front 2-0. Move down the middle of the key for Cameron Cleland. Shot up from 8, no good. Rebound chased down by Scott Johnson along the baseline. Brings it back out into the forecourt. Set up the offense again. High post pass to Raymond. Back out to Johnson. Throw it left wing over to Shane Collins. Collins drives off the screen from Cleland. Gets to the baseline. 8-footing shot. Partially checked by Hendrickson. Hendrickson grabs the loose ball. Bulldogs on the run across midcourt to Keys. Now to Holmes in the middle of the key. And it goes off his leg out of bounds. A Cub got a hand on it and stripped it out of Troy Holmes' hand, who then last touched it before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, Keys probably should have hung on that ball. Go ahead and put it up. It was a tough pass, but you like to push the ball forward every chance you can.
Shane Collins bounced pass to the middle of the key to Cameron Cleland. He cuts to the basket, and a whistle and a foul will be called on a Mount Vernon Bulldog as Cameron Cleland cuts strong to the hoop. The foul on Bill Cornelius. First personal, first team foul on the Bulldogs.
Well, Cameron Cleland, just a big fella inside. We kind of call those guys Clydesdales, you know, all Rambo type of team. He's just an excellent baseball player and football player, and certainly can shoot the round ball. But I noticed they're going inside, both teams, right away into the paint, into their strength. So far, 2 by Hendrickson, and now Cleland at the line fouled. So it looks like they're both going down low, and it's going to be a bang-em type of game inside.
7:13 to go first quarter. It is 2-0 Bulldogs as Cleland missed the first, now misses the pair. Rebound tapped out. He comes up with it at the foul line, but then has it knocked away. Troy Holmes comes up with it from Mount Vernon. Dog basketball across midcourt. Dave Garcia to the foul line, drives to the middle of the key. Shot up, 8-footer short off the rim, no good. Collins came down with the rebound, but then Garcia got a hand in on it, and now a whistle and a foul, and I believe it'll go against the Cub as Dave Garcia gets the turnover and then draws the foul on Shane Collins, reaching back to try and steal the ball away again. First personal, first team foul on Sedro Woolley. 1 minute gone by here tonight. 2-0 Mount Vernon. Bulldog basketball along the baseline. Inbound pass comes to the right sideline to Hendrickson. Out front to Keys. Drives. Dish off pass to Holmes. Wasn't looking for it. Goes off his hand out of bounds. Nice feed by Ryan Keys, but Troy Holmes never saw it coming.
No, that's true to Troy, and both of them a tough pass, but it was an excellent pass by Ryan. Exactly. He got blocked out, Troy Holmes.
Cub basketball out in front. TJ Brown with it. Now to the top of the key to Shane Collins. Collins drives. Pull up foul line. 15-footer off the rim. No good. Henderson clears the glass for Mount Vernon. Out to Garcia. Across midcourt. Center of the floor. Dribbles through his legs. Now gives it off to Henderson. Left wing pass to Keys. Looking low post to Holmes. Left baseline. Head fake. Now moves in against Raymond. He traveled with the basketball. Turnover. Troy Holmes traveling there, and it gives it over to Mount Vernon once again.
And
over to Sedro Woolley.
Yeah, they're changing posts right now. Troy Holmes down low on the low post, and he got the ball inside against Raymond. Raymond says no, and made him shuffle his feet.
Now Shane Collins dribbling up against Ryan Keys on the defense. Keys makes the steal of the basketball, and Collins will foul Ryan Keys as he goes up to the Bulldog basket. Ryan Keys will go to the line to shoot two. Shane Collins picks up his second personal foul here a minute and a half into this first quarter.
Sedro Woolley's first turnover of the ball game, and Scott, that has been a problem for them all year long. We'll take a look at that and see.
But early on here this evening, it has been more of a problem for Mount Vernon. Of course, we are just early into this contest. Ryan Keys at the free throw line. First one up and no good as it rolls off. Substitute into the line, Teddy Anderson, a 6'1 senior, checks into the lineup for Collins, who will come to the bench with the two personals.
Boy, that could really hurt Sedro Woolley with him on the bench because he's a real cerebral type of ball player. He knows what's going on in the basketball court, and they need him out there.
Ryan Keys gets the second free throw to fall. 3-0 Bulldogs. Just under 2 minutes gone by first quarter. Pressure in the backcourt. Sedro Woolley gets through it. Now Scott Johnson at point guard will get the handoff from Justin Raymond. Dribble in. Now pass to Raymond. Just inside the foul line. Turn around 14-footer. No good. Ball tapped. Troy Holmes comes down with the rebound. Outlet to Garcia. Across midcourt. Lobs it down toward the basket. Tried the alley-oop to Hendrickson. And Dave Garcia threw it just a little too high, and it got over the end. The outstretched arm of Mark Hendrickson goes out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs.
Well, there again, that's 3 turnovers right now by the Bulldogs. That's unusual.
Midcourt pass, Sedro Woolley bringing it up the floor to Cameron Cleland. Now set up the half-court offense. Teddy Anderson over to TJ Brown around the perimeter, left wing. Now driving baseline. Scott Johnson gets caught underneath, gives it over to Raymond. Raymond from the right side, driving to the bucket off the glass, no good. He and Hendrickson both come down with the ball. Mark rips it away. His long down-court pass comes to Ryan Keys on the right sideline to the wing. Now back out in front to Garcia. Over to Cornelius. Cornelius silent so far in this contest. Gives it back over to Garcia out near midcourt. Tight pressure, man-to-man defense by Sedro Woolley. Garcia drives and throws it out into the corner. Ryan Keys shoots the three, missed it. Backside rebound, grabs Teddy Anderson. Cubs come away with it. One-shot opportunity for Mount Vernon, and strong to the glass. The Cubs go charging for that rebound. 3-0 Bulldogs. 3 minutes gone by, first quarter. Into the corner to TJ Brown, up to Anderson, now top of the key. Scott Johnson to shoot the three. In and out, no good. Holmes with another rebound for Mount Vernon. Outlet to Garcia, across midcourt. No-look pass down to Keys, then he gives it to the trailer. Hendrickson, who jams it home, and Hendrickson is fouled.
Boy, just a grab. Just a nice pass that time. Mount Vernon forcing the ball down, not getting it where they wanted for 3 times, but I tell you, they got it right where they wanted that time. And Hendrickson's hands, and he slammed her home for 2, and at the foul line.
Very unselfish basketball that time by the Bulldogs, passing it back and forth. Garcia got it started by making the no-look pass to Keys. He saw Mark Hendrickson behind him, lobbed it to him. Hendrickson two-hand jams it home and completes the three-point play after being fouled by Cameron Cleland. First personal on Cleland. Full court pressure. Inbounds comes to Anderson. Now Johnson, midcourt pass to Raymond. Goes over to Anderson across midcourt, down the baseline to Cleland. Moves in, travels, no call. Defensive man falls back, and Cameron Cleland takes it off the glass for the first field goal of the night for Sedro Woolley. Quickly down the floor, Bulldogs inside, missed shot. Hendrickson, offensive rebound. His foot back, checked by Cleland. Cornelius comes out with a loose ball, gives it to Garcia. He drives, dish off to Mark Hendrickson, who slams it home again.
Well, it's just too much height right now coming from Mount Vernon underneath. 1, 2, 3 rebounds off that offensive board, staying tough. Great check by Cameron Cleland, though, on Mark Hendrickson's shot. Really, Mark, I think that may be only the second time he's been blocked, and he says, wait a minute, but got his own rebound and then put her back in.
And as he made the second dunk in a row for the Bulldogs, Justin Raymond fouled Mark Hendrickson, so Mark has a shot at another three-point play. Raymond's first personal foul, fourth team foul here in the first quarter on the Cubs. This free throw rims in and out, no good, so Hendrickson won't get the three-point play. He has 7 of the Bulldogs' 8 points. It is 8-2 Mount Vernon. They went off to an early 12-2 lead in that earlier contest between these two. Steal midcourt, Garcia back to Keys. He is clobbered, and now the shot up by Ryan Keys was going to roll out, I believe, and it was dunked in by Phil Cornelius. A foul will be called on Scott Johnson, and they wipe off the bucket. It will put Ryan Keys on the line to shoot 2.
Well, I don't know if in the Northwest League we've seen too much of this above the rim so far down at this far end. It's all been above the rim tonight. Holy smokes, we got leapers in this game.
Ryan Keys is a 6-foot junior, and he was up there pretty high to start with, but it was Bill Cornelius who came climbing over the top of the backboard to make sure that shot went in. Unfortunately, they don't count it for the Bulldogs. Ryan Keys does count a pair of free throws, though, as he gets his first points of the night, and it is 10-2. Now Sedro Woolley pushing the ball up the floor against another full court press by Mount Vernon, turns it over. Cup pass too high, and it goes out of bounds.
And it's an unforced turnover, as Mount Vernon's had a couple of those. Really nothing that Mount Vernon did, just not a very good pass.
Midway mark, first quarter of play. 10-2 Bulldogs. Dave Garcia to shoot the 3. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tip. Holmes down with it. Has his shot rejected. Put back off the glass. Troy Holmes, not to be denied, scores for Mount Vernon.
Holmes, just a great effort to get his own shot. Raymond in there battling with him on the rebound.
Driving down the left side of the key after getting through the pressure, Scott Johnson has the ball stripped away, but a whistle and a foul reaching in. Dave Garcia that will be called for the personal foul. First personal, second team foul on the Bulldogs. Inbound along the end line for Sedro Woolley. As another substitute coming in for Sedro Woolley. Shane Collins checks back in for the Cubs. 2 personals on Collins. Inbound pass now to Raymond along the baseline. Shot checked away, but a reach in. And I think Dave Garcia is going to get called for the reach again. He will. Torrey Swanson will quickly check in for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's right. Dave Garcia, he got up there in the air, too, and that's his second foul, so he's going to have a little seat. Now, that doesn't hurt Mount Vernon as bad as you might think. Torrey Swanson, a sophomore, does a nice job out there and plays under control and uses his head.
Torrey Swanson, 6-foot sophomore, checks in for Mount Vernon. He will stand on the side of the key and watch Justin Raymond at the line shoot 2 free throws through the bottom of the net, so Raymond's on the scorebook for the first time this evening. 12-4. Mount Vernon with the lead. They led 12-2 before going 12-4 in that earlier contest. Oh, don't things look familiar. Bulldogs cross-court pass to Holmes. Gives it up to the baseline to Cornelius. Shot rims in and out from 2 feet. Cornelius chased down the rebound. Brings it out to the front court to Swanson. Over to the wing to Keys. Cuts through 2 Cub defenders. Goes to the baseline to Holmes. Loses the handle on it. Now has his shot rejected by Raymond after Holmes came up with a loose ball. Justin Raymond right there defensively. Sedro Woolley comes up with it and brings it down the floor. Scott Johnson, top of the key, guarded by Swanson. High post pass to Cleland. Down the center of the key, he's going for Raymond. Hendrickson steps in front of it and knocks it away out of bounds.
They're not letting that entry pass in the paint like the last time Mount Vernon isn't. For Sedro Woolley, they're having trouble getting the ball inside the paint. Good matchup with Collins and Ryan Keys, both going at each other. That's a fun one to watch.
Low post pass to Cleland. Moves in on Cornelius. Off the glass too hard. Raymond, weak side rebound, and he gets it back up and in. Great positioning that time. Justin Raymond screened out. Mark Hendrickson gets the rebound and puts it back in off the board. 12-6. Bulldogs doubling Sedro Woolley still here in the early first quarter. Mount Vernon moving the ball around the perimeter. Holmes now swinging off the right wing to Keys. Cuts in past the defender. Has a shot checked. Raymond with another block. Rebound comes out to Shane Collins. Drives down the middle of the key. Left-handed off the glass. Shane Collins.
Well, I tell you what, Sedro Woolley doing a fine job on the defensive end. They've got about 4 or 5 check shots already this evening. That's more than Mount Vernon's seen in a while.
Bulldog basketball, left wing. Holmes drives in, comes in against Raymond. Left-handed off the glass for Troy Holmes for Mount Vernon.
Holmes with 3 rebounds and 4 points. He's playing tough in there. I tell you, these 2 teams are just flat going at one another.
Dogs by 6, 14-8. 2 minutes left to go first quarter. Top of the key, shot. Scott Johnson for 3. Scott Johnson looked to go with the lob. Wasn't there, so he says, I'll shoot, and he hits the 3. 14-11. Torrey Swanson drives, gives it off to Mark Hendrickson at the foul line. Left alone, Mark Hendrickson is an easy 15-footer for Mount Vernon. 9 points for Hendrickson at 16-11 Bulldogs. 1:35 to go first quarter. Scott Johnson dribbling in the front court. Now goes over to Cameron Cleland. He travels with the basketball and no call. Goes over to Scott Johnson with the pass. Same spot. Rims in and out the three this time. Rebound inside to Hendrickson. Looking for the outlet. Gets it down court. Ryan Keys, who tries a behind-the-back pass to Bill Cornelius. Shane Collins in the way, and he goes off Collins' foot out of bounds.
Well, I'm not sure if Max Frazier liked that, but it still looks great if he made it. Ryan Keys going to take a seat now, and Chad Wires in for Ryan Keys. And we've got Donnie Kelts in for Troy Holmes.
So Kelts and Wires come into the lineup. Bulldogs basketball to inbound along the end line. Finally tapped around and comes to Torrey Swanson. Over to the wing to Bill Cornelius. Looks baseline, now brings it back out to Swanson in the front court. 1:08 to go first quarter. Bulldog high post flash. They don't go to it. Now come the baseline to Cornelius. Now the flash comes out to the wing. Hendrickson on the wing on the pass from Cornelius. Mark Hendrickson hits it again, this time 14 feet left wing. Cub basketball, the pressure drops off. Collin gets it across midcourt, high post, now trying to lob it into Cleland. Cornelius steps in front and steals the pass away. 18-11, Bulldogs pushing it up the floor. Swanson looking to go to Hendrickson, can't hold on to the pass. Goes off Mark's arm out of bounds, and will be going right back to the Sedro Woolley Cubs.
4 turnovers for Mount Vernon now so far in this first quarter.
Trent Keys will check in for Bill Cornelius, so if you look out at the Bulldog lineup, the only person that started the ball game, Mark Hendrickson. The rest of the green and white right now, Torrey Swanson, Chad Wires, Donnie Kelts, and Trent Keys. Up across midcourt, Sedro Woolley basketball. Justin Raymond trying to drive in on Hendrickson. Hendrickson cuts off the lane, so they bring it back out in front to Johnson. Johnson left wing over to TJ Brown. Low post pass to Cleland. Moves to the middle of the key. 6-footer good. Cameron Cleland with a strong move to the bucket. 18-13. 20 seconds to go first quarter. Mount Vernon will go for the last shot. Across midcourt, Torrey Swanson dribbling with the basketball. Now high post pass to Donnie Kelts. Back out into the front court to Swanson. 9 seconds. The Bulldog bench counts it down to the corner. Hendrickson to shoot the three. Mark Hendrickson.
Well, I tell you, what a quarter he's had.
Sedro Woolley trying a last desperation shot to end the first quarter, but they won't get it down in time. Hendrickson's three puts the Bulldogs up in front by 8. 21-13 after 1 quarter.
See if they can't get that entry pass. They're having trouble. Billy Cornelius doing a good job inside.
Cornelius back in along with Holmes, Torrey Swanson, Mark Hendrickson, and Ryan Keys. So most of the starters back in now for Mount Vernon. Sedro Woolley basketball. Collins to shoot the three from up top. Rims in and out, no good. Cornelius clears the rebound for Mount Vernon. Outlet to Torrey Swanson across midcourt. Now gives it over to Cornelius. Down left wing to the baseline to Ryan Keys. Underneath pass looking for Hendrickson. Can't come up with it. Now it goes out of bounds as players scramble for it. Troy Holmes will be the last to touch it. Sedro Woolley basketball.
Tough to handle a pass on your ankles when you're 6'10" inside the paint. Got to bring the pass up a little, Ryan Keys.
Now Sedro Woolley will turn it over as they try to go to Scott Johnson against the press. Johnson along the right sideline has the ball skip away from him and go out of bounds along the sideline. Mount Vernon inbounds in front of the Cub bench. Coming back the other way. Swanson to Holmes, now to the left wing, down toward the baseline. Ryan Keys airballs 1 from 19. Rebound saved from going out by Troy Holmes, but he throws it back and nobody else grabs it, so it simply goes out of bounds on the other side of the court. It'll be Sedro Woolley basketball, but full court pressure again applied by Mount Vernon.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Only 3 turnovers unofficially I've got for Sedro Woolley, so far that press has not hurt him that bad.
Shane Collins brings it up across midcourt. Now we go with the pass, and it's stolen away. Torrey Swanson comes with a steal, lobs it back to Ryan Keys, and he lays it up off the glass. Nice job by the sophomore Torrey Swanson to go to his fellow sophomore Ryan Keys, the junior. Thinking it was Donnie Kelts, it was Ryan Keys who made the shot. Sedro Woolley with the basketball back on offense, missed one shot, chased down the rebound, go to TJ Brown at the foul line. He misses a 15-footer. Cornelius clears the rebound underneath for the Bulldogs. Swanson up across midcourt to Holmes. Holmes on the left wing, dribbles in, now pulls up, throws it back out in front to Swanson. Back to Holmes, looking low post. Holmes will take the three. Off the rim, no good. Hendrickson with the rebound and the putback shot goes. Mark Hendrickson is perfect on the night. He has 16 of the Bulldogs, 25 points.
Well, there's a case of not blocking out, but he did a nice job slipping through 2 defensive men, getting the ball, putting it right back in.
Pressure, Sedro Woolley gets through it, cross midcourt, low post pass right side to Raymond. Over Hendrickson. Hendrickson will get called for the foul as Justin turned and faced the basket and then collided with Mark Hendrickson as he fell forward towards the hoop. Hendrickson picks up first personal foul, 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. It puts Justin Raymond at the line for Sedro Woolley.
Raymond with 4 points so far in the ball game, and of course Cleveland with 2 points. So they only got 6 out of the 2 big post guys. They need to get more out of those two.
First one up and good for Justin Raymond. First point of the second quarter for Sedro Woolley. The second one coming, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Fine-looking shot for 6'8" senior Justin Raymond. 25-15, Bulldogs by 10. Torrey Swanson across midcourt to Holmes. Holmes back out top of the key to Swanson. Swing it right wing to Ryan Keys. Now to Swanson, top of the key. Three-pointer, short off the front of the rim. Raymond with a rebound. Outlet pass to Johnson across midcourt. One-on-one against Swanson. Pulls up, 15-footer right wing. Off the backboard, good.
Well, that's what Johnson does so well. He can shoot that three, and he can shoot facing the basket. Doesn't go to the hoop a lot, but you got to go out and get him.
Torrey Swanson drives in, goes to the wing to Ryan Keys, who answers for three. 28-17. Cubs trying to force it down the floor, turn it over. Back to Mount Vernon. Torrey Swanson on the break, goes off to the wing. Phil Cornelius fires the three from there, no good. Rebound, T.J. Brown. His pass down court, stolen back by Swanson. Up to Keys, baseline. Keys drives and tries to dish off. The ball's loose, comes out to midcourt. Now undercut. Scott Johnson and Troy Holmes collide near midcourt, and it goes off the hands of Johnson last, but Troy Holmes wanted a foul and really probably should have had one.
Well, I tell you right now, though, Mount Vernon, if they're going to get the ball in the paint, they've got to get the ball where the big guy can handle it. That's really tough. Another ankle pass inside, and that's too tough to handle. But a collision over there, Troy Holmes is going to come out and take the rest, and Donnie Kelch comes in for him. You don't lose much there. I tell you, one thing in this game, the pace that is going to bench is going to make a lot of difference.
And Sedro Woolley hurt in that area, especially by the loss of Isaac Bloom. Pass to Donnie Kelch, who had just checked in for Holmes, and Kelch sets up in the middle of the key and hits the little six-footer from there. Down the floor, Raymond high post, now moves left side of the key, 14-footer, no good. Tap out on the rebound, Kelch comes down with it for the Bulldogs. Outlet pass to the right sideline to Swanson, comes to Kelch. Kelch tries left side of the key, right-handed shot. Nobody home defensively, Donnie Kelch with back-to-back buckets.
I think Sedro Woolley's got to check and make sure he's checked in. I'm not sure that they know he checked in. Nobody came close to him on 2 times down.
Down along the baseline, Justin Raymond with a strong move, gets along the right side on the baseline, then comes back with the left hand off the glass. Raymond for his second field goal of the night. In the corner, Ryan Keys feels it, but doesn't hit the three. Missed backside, rebound grabbed on the floor by Donnie Kelch, and now stripped out of Kelch's hand by Shane Collins. It goes out of bounds. Remains dog basketball along the baseline.
Well, Justin Raymond really an improved basketball player. I remember last year, it came down to the last game before he really started working on Mount Vernon, and he's done a nice job offensively.
Inbound pass comes to Bill Cornelius in the corner. Cornelius for three. 35-19. Trap at midcourt. Ball stolen away. Kelch. 5-on-1 fast break. Go to Swanson off the glass. Good. Torrey Swanson gets his first point after Mount Vernon forces another Sedro Woolley turnover. Cubs across midcourt to T.J. Brown. Down the left wing to Cleland, and Sedro Woolley desperately trying to call a timeout. Finally gets it. 4:05 to go first half. Bulldogs on a tear. 37-19. We'll be back to Sedro Woolley High School right after this.
Time down for Mount Vernon. That was the sophomore connection. Swanson to Kelch to Swanson at 2 points. So I tell you, they're playing the bench and they're doing a good job.
Now another steal. Kelch comes away with it and then gets mowed over by Cleland, who picks up the loose ball. Comes to Raymond. Back to Cleland in the corner. Moves along the baseline. Underneath pass stolen away by Donnie Kelch, who has great floor presence. Down court pass stolen away by Collins, as each team is turning the ball over much more than they'd like to. Collins spin move, now comes along the baseline, shot off the glass, no good. Hendrickson rebound for Mount Vernon. Looks down court, bullet pass, stolen away by Sedro Woolley once again. Mount Vernon trying to push the ball up the floor, and those long down court passes are being stolen away by the Sedro Woolley defense hustling back. Lob pass comes to Raymond, turns, faces the bucket, 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Mount Vernon, outlet pass to Keys, up the floor, right wing, into the middle of the key. Bill Cornelius wide open, lays it off the glass, good. Picture-perfect fast break. Cornelius delays, and Ryan Keys finds him wide open in the middle of the key.
Well, right now it's turning into somewhat of an early blowout. Kelch is all over the floor tonight.
Makes another steal. Mount Vernon basketball. Kelch takes it from Swanson and lays it off the glass. Donnie Kelch starts it, and Donnie Kelch finishes it after the assist from Torrey Swanson. Moving up the floor, Shane Collins will be fouled this time. A block going to be whistled against Ryan Keys as the Bulldogs continue with the trapping pressure in the backcourt. Keys picks up his first personal foul. Chad Wires will check back into the lineup for Mount Vernon. 41-19. Bulldogs have outscored Sedro Woolley 20-6 so far in this quarter.
They miss Isaac Bloom, too. Right now, they need a jump start, just like I said earlier, and he's the jumper cables, and they're sitting on the bench and playing close.
High post, Cleveland gets the pass, clears out the defender with a low shoulder, missed the shot, though. Rebound, Hendrickson out to Swanson, up the floor to Cornelius, off the wing, but he misses a layup on a partial check by Shane Collins. Outlet pass for Sedro Woolley up across midcourt to Scott Johnson. Johnson on the wing, guarded by Kelts, who's been great since he's played here in the second quarter. Johnson gets a screen, moves off it, and cans the three. Scott Johnson gets a screen to get Donnie Kelts off of him, and he makes it count by hitting the three outside.
Well, that's what Sedro Woolley needs to do to bring that packed-in zone, or even man-to-man. They're a sagging man-to-man, Mount Vernon, right now.
Ball up the floor along the sideline, goes to Bill Cornelius in the corner, and he hits his own three. Bill Cornelius with 2 3-pointers, has 8 on the night for Mount Vernon. 22 for Sedro Woolley, 44 for Mount Vernon as they have exploded here in the second quarter. Inside, 2 minutes to go, first half. Posted up down low, the lob going to Raymond, gets it. 2 players down there, Cornelius and Hendrickson, both trying to stop that lob, but Raymond grabbed it anyway, turns to the basket, has the ball slapped away as he goes to the hoop, but a foul whistled on Donnie Kelts of Mount Vernon. Kelts' first personal. 16 foul on the Bulldogs. To the line to shoot 2 is Justin Raymond.
Well, I tell you, this is not straight-up type of defense for other teams. Both teams gambling on defense, and it's obviously playing off more for Mount Vernon than for Sedro Woolley right now. With that bench strength, I think they do look a little tired right now.
First free throw made, second one missed by Raymond. 44-23 Bulldogs. 1:50 to go, first half. Nearly full gymnasium here at Sedro Woolley High School to watch the Cubs, who are 10-3 in the Northwest League, 13-4 on the season, and the 17-0 Mount Vernon Bulldogs, who get a 3-pointer from the wing from senior Chad Wires. Wires just checking in a moment ago and gets his shot to fall from the right wing, 3-point land, and Mount Vernon 47-23. Top of the key, Scott Johnson with a 3-point shot, no good. Rims off, but Cleveland grabs the loose ball rebound off the floor in the center of the key and is fouled as he goes back to the bucket. A whistle going to be blown against Mark Hendrickson. And Cleveland is getting away with some very active body movement down low, and that is why the Mount Vernon fans are not happy with the fact that Hendrickson gets called for a foul in that situation. Second on Hendrickson.
Well, I don't blame Cameron Cleveland if they let him get away with that. Then that's what he should do. You know, absolutely. He uses his body weight well for a guy his size, and heck, they give that advantage to that offensive man. He's going to take it every time.
Troy Holmes checking in for Mount Vernon. Also, Trent Keys comes in as Torrey Swanson and Bill Cornelius get to come to the Bulldog bench. Cameron Cleveland at the free throw line, 1:19 to go first half. 47-23. Cleveland misses it. Tap rebound, grabbed by Hendrickson. Brings it up across midcourt to Holmes. Holmes to run at point guard now. He'll play just about anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, he can. You can post him up down low. You can put him up high. He's a smart kid, especially about the game of basketball.
Good leader, Troy Holmes, on the floor with the basketball. Holmes near the top of the key. Now goes baseline to Hendrickson, who brings it now on the left wing. Guarded by Raymond, out past the three-point line. Off to Wires. Wires walks dribble up near the top of the circle. In between the circles at front court. Off to Holmes. They're still out. Extended from the basket. 45 seconds to go first half. Now cutting to the basket. Trent Keys will take the pass at the high post. Missed the shot, but a rebound inside. Donnie Kelts. 8 points for Kelts on the rebound and put back basket for Mount Vernon. 30 seconds to go. Cubs push it up the floor. Down along the baseline. T.J. Brown throws it back out in front. Nobody there for Sedro Woolley. Chad Wires will chase down the loose ball and lay it up easily off the glass. Wires with 5 points here in the second quarter of play. 51-23. Cubs driving down the middle of Keith Johnson. Hands it off to Cleveland. Misses the 8-footer. Rebound tapped out. Shane Collins comes down with it. Back to the bucket. 13-footer good for Shane Collins.
Just too many athletes out there right now.
Final seconds, and Holmes to throw up a prayer at the end of the first half, and that will do it for the first 16 minutes of action here from Sedro Woolley High School, and it's been a Mount Vernon Bulldog type of first half. 51-25 Bulldogs, and we'll be back to Sedro Woolley High School right after we take this 2.
Got that many.
First half scoring, Hendrickson for the Bulldogs has 16 to lead the way, 8 for Ryan Keys, 7 for Chad Wires, 9 for Raymond to lead the Cubs, 8 for Scott Johnson, and 4 apiece for Shane Collins and Cameron Cleveland. Collins has 2 fouls, the only person with more than 1 for Sedro Woolley, 2 each for Hendrickson and Garcia for the Bulldogs. Relatively foul-free first half, and we are set to go. Third quarter action. Bulldog basketball to start things off. They lead by 26. Holmes drives baseline, misses it. Put-back shot goes. Troy Holmes, 6 points on the night, but many more rebounds. Troy Holmes playing a fine basketball game tonight here for the green and white. Collins quickly down the floor to shoot the wing shot from 13. No good. Rebound Cornelius. Outlet pass to the right sideline to Garcia. Cross midcourt. Looks to the corner. Doesn't take it. Comes to the base to the foul line. Puts the shot up. No good. Rebound inside. Holmes. Put back shot. Checked by Raymond. And now he'll grab the loose ball. Outlet comes to Shane Collins across midcourt to the top of the key. Now right wing, T.J. Brown to shoot the 18-footer. No good. Weak side rebound for Cleland. Strong move back to the basket. Jump hook for Cameron Cleland.
That's a fun shot to watch, that jump hook, and he's got it down. We saw it the last time they played.
53-27. Just a minute gone by, third quarter. High post pass to Hendrickson. Dribbles out of it. Comes top of the key. Johnson right in his face. Swing it right wing to Ryan Keys. Rims the three-pointer in and out. Raymond with the rebound for Sedro Woolley. Looks for the outlet and nobody there to throw it to. Now gives it off to Scott Johnson, who will dribble it across the midcourt near the left sideline. Comes closer to the sideline now. Bounce pass, low post to Cleland. Moves middle of the key and ball stripped away by Garcia. Cleland picks up a loose ball, goes to the basket, no good. Rebound Cornelius. Down court pass to Ryan Keys. Down the left side of the key. Keys and Scott Johnson collide. Both go crashing to the floor, and Scott Johnson will get called for the blocking foul to put Ryan Keys at the line for Mount Vernon.
Well, neither one were going to give an inch there. They both looked out of the corner of their eyes and saw one another. They were, I'm not slowing down. Well, I know I'm not going to slow down. So Johnson Keys, a big crash at the end of the floor, and Ryan Keys at the foul line.
53-27. Bulldogs with the lead. 6:36 to go, third quarter. At the foul line now will be Ryan Keys for Mount Vernon. 8 points on the night for the junior starting guard for the Bulldogs. The one new starter out of the 5 coming back from last year's state title team. Keys comes in place of where Matt Wolberg would have been the starter. Of course, Ryan Keys is not the center. They moved Hendrickson up into that position, and Ryan slides into the guard spot as they move a few players around, but the results have been the same so far. Ryan at the free throw line, first one up and good. Bulldogs will be playing at home Friday night, hosting the Bellingham Red Raiders, who have been their toughest test of the season so far. A 43-34 win over Bellingham in Red Raider country. So we'll see what happens Friday night. You'll hear the game live here on KAPS from Mount Vernon High School as the Bulldogs host the Red Raiders. Both free throws made by Keys. Sedro Woolley basketball. Left baseline drive by Scott Johnson. Feeds it off to T.J. Brown. Missed the 13-footer from the right baseline. Rebound for Mount Vernon. Outlet pass to Garcia near midcourt. Spin move to the foul line. Pulls up, goes out the front to Holmes. He drives. Middle of the key pass to Hendrickson. Chases down a loose ball that was knocked away momentarily. Turns around, squares to the basket. And Mark Hendrickson hits it from there.
And that's been a long time since we saw Hendrickson shoot the ball. Everybody else has been putting it up.
Still looking for Mark Hendrickson to miss here this evening. I'm not quite sure that he has yet. Sedro Woolley does. Scott Johnson misses a long-range bomb, but Cameron Cleland right there with the offensive rebound and the putback basket. Cleland fouled on the play. He will go to the line for the three-point play on the foul by Bill Cornelius.
And that's what Sedro Woolley needed. They needed to set fire underneath Cleland and Raymond. Cleland's got 2 rebounds so far this half. Come all the way through, untouched, got the rebound, put it up, and was fouled.
Three-point play by junior Cameron Cleland, 57-30. Cubs outscored 30-12 in the second quarter, trying to at least stay even with the Bulldogs here in number 3. Perimeter passing by Mount Vernon. Dave Garcia to left wing to Cornelius. Now high post to Hendrickson. Pop it back on top. Garcia to fire the 3. Rims off, no good. Rebound chased down along the baseline by Cleland. Up along the sideline across midcourt to Johnson. Johnson now on the wing for Sedro Woolley. Cub basketball. Inside pass comes to Raymond. Gets by the defender and off the glass. Good. Hendrickson tried to make a move to make the steal, and Raymond took the pass anyhow. Got by the other defender over there and sinks it in off the backboard. Drive for Mount Vernon. Now pop it back out on top. Cornelius to shoot the 3. No good. Leland clears another rebound for Sedro Woolley. 57-32. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Glad to have you with us on KAPS AM 660 Mount Vernon. Baseline move. Justin Raymond, 8-footer, no good. Backside rebound. Cameron Cleland, and he goes right back to the hole.
Wow, they're just doing a great job, Sedro Woolley now. Nobody blocking out. Mount Vernon says, we're going to call time enough. Timeout, we've seen enough. Nice job by Sedro Woolley to start the second half.
4:53 to go third quarter. Bulldogs still in control, but they'll take timeout. We'll break away. 57-34. Back to Sedro Woolley High School right after this. On Highway 9, a local mainstay of Sedro Woolley and Skagit County for over the past 60 years. Goodyear Nelson. Back to action we come. Bulldogs walk dribble across the timeline. Dave Garcia to the left wing to Bill Cornelius. Guarded out there by Shane Collins. Both teams sticking mainly in a man-to-man defense tonight. Swinging around right side. Now the middle of the key pass comes to Hendrickson. Shot checked by Raymond, but Henderson grabs the loose ball and now steps on the end line as he tries to get around Cleveland's defense. Justin Raymond with a second check of the night on Mark Hendrickson.
And he stayed his ground and did a really nice job. Went straight up in the air for that block, not into it. No foul, good block.
Some pressure applied in the backcourt. Sedro Woolley gets through it. Down to the baseline to Raymond. Raymond moving now along the baseline. Gets underneath the basket. His shot checked away by Bill Cornelius. Down court pass from Mount Vernon. Chased down by Ryan Keys. Now Scott Johnson will go with Keys toward the end line, and Keys will throw it off Johnson. Both of them out of bounds. The Cub last to touch it. It'll be Mount Vernon basketball.
Let's see if Mount Vernon tries to get the ball inside the paint now. They've went strictly perimeter to start of this half, and Woolley getting the ball inside very effectively against Mount Vernon.
Still the Bulldogs by 23. Inbounds pass by Hendrickson, who made a pretty move to get open, but then leaves the lay-in short off the glass. Rebound by Raymond for Sedro Woolley. Gives it back to Shane Collins. 57-34. Midway mark of the third quarter from Sedro Woolley High School. Scott Johnson on the wing, looking for Cleland, gets the pass to him. Johnson moves, gives the shoulder pump, and then goes to the bucket. Shot too hard off the rim, but a foul and a rebound underneath will stop play. It's going to be against a Cub. I believe Justin Raymond will get called for over the back there. Second personal, second team foul on the Cubs in the third quarter.
Well, Hendrickson having control of the basketball. Not a good foul by Raymond, but you can understand they're doing such a good job on the boards. They're going to go after everything right now.
Some pressure, so the Bulldogs get it through to Hendrickson at the high post to the foul line. Turns around, squares the bucket, and boom. 15-footer right like easy silk for Mark Hendrickson through the bottom of the net. Some pressure applied by Mount Vernon, but Sedro Woolley gets through it. High post themselves to Justin Raymond. Back to the wing to Johnson. Drives in from the foul line. 15-foot fall away. No good. Hendrickson collapses down, grabs the rebound. Outlet to Garcia near the right sideline. Pulls up in the wing. Goes down in the corner to Keys. Head fake. Gets by Cleland. Now underneath. Raymond checks the shot away. Shane Collins with the outlet. Ball on the run now for Sedro Woolley. Down the middle of the key. Shane Collins coast to coast after grabbing the rebound. Takes it himself all the way down and lays it up good for Sedro Woolley. Garcia with some pressure from Johnson. Gets it to the top of the key now to Holmes. Holmes, right wing to Cornelius. Left open, three-pointer. Good for Bill Cornelius.
Well, just what the doctor ordered for Mount Vernon right there, because Woolley making a nice move. Collins.
Shane Collins with a drive down the middle of the key. Lays the shot off the side of the rim. Raymond grabs the rebound, and a whistle blown right there as Justin Raymond comes down with the basketball. Foul called on Troy Holmes. That'll be Holmes' first personal, as three substitutes come into the lineup for Mount Vernon. Donnie Keltz back in along with senior Steve Bertelson and sophomore Torrey Swanson. So two sophomores and a senior check in for the Bulldogs. Cubs to inbound the basketball on the end line. Comes into Johnson, has to chase it along the sideline. Finally comes up with it. Goes to Raymond on the right wing. Now up top, two Cubs cut through. Johnson gets the pass. Back to the right wing to Brown. Baseline pass was intended for Cleland. Tapped by Donnie Keltz, according to Cleland, but the official, Stu Gorski, says, no, that was just a bad pass. Turnover Cubs back to the Bulldogs. 2:32 to go third quarter, 62-36 Mount Vernon. High post pass to Hendrickson. Dribbles out, now back to the wing to Cornelius. Thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Bounce pass on the baseline to Bertelson, whose shot checked by Raymond. 62-36, 2:20 to go third quarter. A substitute getting set to check in for Sedro Woolley. And in the background, head coach Mac Fraser of the Bulldogs a little unhappy with what Mount Vernon is doing with their offense out on the floor right now. They do maintain possession after Bertelson's shot was checked out of bounds. Inbounds comes to Swanson, to Keltz along the baseline, gives it off to Henderson. Shot rejected by Cleland.
Boy, a lot of block shots by Sedro Woolley tonight.
Loose ball out to Collins across midcourt to the wing. Scott Johnson dribbles in, now spins back out. Cuts it back in. Cleland gets by the defense, up off the glass. Quick feet, quick move. Cameron Cleland has 9 points in the third quarter. 62-38. Bulldogs still easily in command, but a good basketball game being played by Sedro Woolley right now. shot up by Donnie Kelts. Misses it from the left wing from the three-point line. Rebound weak side, grabbed by the Cubs. Ball comes out to Shane Collins. Walks it across the timeline to high post to Raymond. 18-footer, no good. The rebound being fought for underneath. The whistle and a foul going to be called on Cleland, pushing off on that rebound attempt for Sedro Woolley. Cleland picks up personal foul number 2.
I'll tell you, Cleveland and Raymond, maybe the first half were a little lethargic, you might say, but they shed that real quick at halftime. They've had a great half, a great third quarter.
Zone defense now played by Sedro Woolley. Mount Vernon trying to move around through it. And Mac Fraser really trying to do some coaching right now to get the troops that he has on the floor to understand what offense they should be in. Bulldogs had the ball on the sideline out in front to Torrey Swanson. Now right wing pass to Donnie Kelts. Drives, gives it off to Hendrickson. Down the middle of the key, Mark Hendrickson. Penetration move by Donnie Kelts frees up Mark Hendrickson, who puts it in from 6 feet away. Hendrickson has 22. 64-38. Final minute of the third quarter. Scott Johnson, top of the key. Now pass to the wing. There comes from Cleland. Outside, now back inside to Cleland. Now on the baseline with it. Ryan Evans goes off to Justin Raymond. Evans drove left baseline, gives it to Raymond coming from the right baseline. Some nice movement of the basketball there and a penetration by Ryan Evans.
Both teams not denying that entry pass, and both teams having good luck with that ball in the paint. 3-4 feet from the basket. Just turn around and put the ball in the hoop.
Out front, Steve Bertelson with the basketball, swinging around near the midcourt stripe. Bulldogs going to go for the last shot. 24 seconds to go, third quarter, 64-40. Now near midcourt, Torrey Swanson. Back to Donnie Kelts. 13 seconds to go, playing catch out front. Now Swanson drives, goes baseline pass to Hendrickson, going for the jam, has it knocked away, but a foul will be called on the defender there as Mark Hendrickson was going for his third dunk on the night. This one won't fall through, and the foul will be whistled on Justin Raymond, his third personal foul. Fourth team foul, and to the line with 8 seconds to go in the third quarter will be Mark Hendrickson.
Big fella having a nice game point-wise, unofficially with 22.
Well, making 23 as Hendrickson gets another free throw shot to fall. Don't have him missing anything yet tonight. No field goal, no free throw. And if that isn't the ultimate jinx, we'll see what happens here at the line. Hendrickson's second free throw, nothing but the bottom of the net. 24 points for Hendrickson. Down court pass, 8 seconds to go. Comes along the sideline. Saved from going out of bounds by a Cub, but it comes right to a Bulldog. Swanson dribbles down, top of the key. Three-pointer. Rims in and out, no good. And now the rebound will be grabbed, and that will do it for the third quarter of the play as Cameron Cleland came down with the loose ball for Sedro Woolley. 66-40. Mount Vernon remains well out in front of Sedro Woolley after 3 quarters. The final 8 minutes coming up next as we come back to Sedro Woolley High School right after this.
Hey, Jones.
That third quarter staying with Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon scoring 15, Woolley 14 in that quarter.
Inbound the basketball to Shane Collins, over to Scott Johnson on the right wing. Gets a screen, will pull up, fire the 3. Scott Johnson rims in and out, no good. Hendrickson clears the rebound for Mount Vernon. Tries the outlet pass to Garcia, stolen away by Johnson. Gives it back to Raymond. Raymond spin move against Hendrickson down the middle of the key. A blocking foul called on Mark Hendrickson. Don't count the bucket that Raymond ends up making. Wipe that off, but Mark Hendrickson will get whistled for the blocking foul as he tried to square up and stay in position in front of Justin Raymond.
And 3 fouls on Mark Hendrickson. I believe 3 fouls on Justin Raymond. 4 on Justin Raymond.
Inbounds for Sedro Woolley along the end line comes to Raymond. 13-footer on the baseline, good. 15 on the night for Justin, 66-42. Bulldogs with the lead and the basketball. Ryan Keys moving in from the right wing, pops it off to the left wing after penetrating. Now back out on top. The pass comes to Keys for the 3 at the top of the key. Ryan Keys, fine outside shooter, a streak shooter, Fred. He can get hot and get cold, but he found the touch right there.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job this year. He's really settled down and playing excellent basketball for Mount Vernon.
Cutting underneath, pass comes to Cleland. He loses the handle on it. Loose ball picked up by Cornelius. Lobs it down court to Hendrickson, chasing down the defense. Raymond comes down and makes a partial check. Loose ball going to be knocked off the miss, out of bounds by Mark Hendrickson. The last to touch it, Sedro Woolley basketball.
That's just a great matchup watching Mark Hendrickson and Justin Raymond go at it. I mean, it's like, one hook, a right hook, and then a left hook back and forth. They just go right at each other.
The 2 big fellas underneath, and they're both fine basketball players. Of course, Mark Hendrickson, All-State, and headed to Washington State University to play basketball next season. But we're in a high school matchup, the last one of the regular season between these two. They've seen a lot of each other. Cub basketball right now on the wing. Shane Collins turn around, face the bucket. 13-footer rolls around and finally softly falls through the net for Shane Collins. 69-44, excuse me. Dave Garcia dribbled to his leg, middle of the key, puts up a late footer, no good. Rebound grabbed by a Cub, but stolen right back away. Ryan Keys makes the steal, and the easy lay-in for Keys. So Ryan Keys has put 5 points in the fourth quarter. Sedro Woolley basketball. Ryan Evans gives it low post pass to Cleveland. Ball stripped away. He comes up with a loose one. Missed the shot. Put back. Missed that one. Raymond with the rebound. His put back goes. And a foul from behind as Justin Raymond and Cameron Cleveland work together on the offensive glass. And finally Raymond comes away with the basket. And a foul on Bill Cornelius.
Well, very just relentless out there. And everybody, I think, Mount Vernon had to buy a ticket and watch what was going on because they were just flat-footed. And I tell you, Sedro Woolley just killing them on their own offensive board.
So Raymond gets the bucket to fall, and he will go to the free throw line. 71-46 with 6:01 to go in the ball game, and Justin Raymond misses the shot. Bulldogs up across midcourt. Dave Garcia penetrates, pull up, 8-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound for Cameron Cleveland underneath. He is in double digits in rebounds. He had 7 in the third quarter. Scott Johnson along the baseline missed it. Backside rebound being battled for between Ryan Evans and Donnie Kelts. Kelts will be the last to touch it as it goes out of bounds off the end of the floor. Inbounded there for Sedro Woolley. Comes to Shane Collins. Fires the three. No good. Ball. Rebound in the middle of the key. Drops to the floor before finally Cornelius grabs it. Goes down the floor to Ryan Keys, who gives it off to Mark Hendrickson all by himself. And he does get that third double-handed dunk of the night. Mark Hendrickson hustling back, and the Cubs spread starting to show the wear and tear of not having the depth of Mount Vernon.
Now you can just see it. They're just telling you. You like to see Collins shoot the ball a little more. Nice ball player, needs to get in the offense more for Sedro Woolley.
Middle of the key pass to Raymond. Down the middle of the key, he goes towards the basket, misses the shot. And Cameron Cleveland right there with the offensive rebound and put back in for Sedro Woolley. 73-48. Up along the baseline, Bill Cornelius with the basketball. Shot checked by Justin Raymond, but he's going to get called for the foul on that check, and that will do it for Justin Raymond here this evening. 5th personal. Oh, they're going to say 4th personal. I have him for 4 already, but we'll give him just 4 right there. So good news for Sedro Woolley fans is that will mean he can stay in the ball game right there, but I had him for 4 already. That's my mistake. Sedro Woolley will take timeout, and I will straighten out the foul situation as Mount Vernon will go to the line after this timeout. 73-48, 5:06 to go, fourth quarter. Back to Sedro Woolley High School right after this.
7:09:33.
5 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 73-48, Mount Vernon with the lead, and they have Bill Cornelius at the free throw line. Greg Fiskus of the Skagit Valley Herald here this evening giving us some statistical help. Sedro Woolley out rebounding Mount Vernon, at least with the offensive boards, 9-3 in this second half of play. Cameron Cleveland has 6 offensive rebounds here in the second half. Cornelius at the line, misses the first free throw, the second one falls.
Cameron Cleveland has just been a tear on that offensive board for Sedro Woolley this half.
He's shown it in streaks. He has extreme quickness, and for a big guy, he can really move around. Sedro Woolley basketball after the second free throw is made, and the basketball in the hands of Caleb Boston, a 6'3 senior. He travels with the basketball. Just into the lineup for the first time tonight. The Cubs having to go deep on the bench because of the lack of Isaac Bloom and the fact that the Bulldogs are just running them ragged here late going to this basketball game with their depth. Mount Vernon moves it underneath. Donnie Kelts trying to behind the back pass behind the back of another player. It's going to go off the hands of a Cub out of bounds as it gets away from Kelts, then away from a Cub, and it goes off the sideline. Sedro Woolley fans think it went off Mark Hendrickson last, but official John Rickard says, nope, it's Mount Vernon basketball. Comes into the Bulldogs on the wing with it. Wires goes to the baseline to Kelts. Kelts now the high post to Hendrickson. 16-footer, good. Mark Hendrickson.
28 for the big guy in the middle.
Hendrickson had 24 points and 12 rebounds in the first matchup between these two teams, so he's outdone the points. We'll get the rebounds a little bit later on. Sedro Woolley driving. Scott Johnson with the basketball. Fall away 8-footer. Scott Johnson having one of his finer games of the evening here tonight for Sedro Woolley. They needed him to step up, and he has done so, playing a much finer game here tonight. Pressure in the front court. Johnson trying to steal it away. Bulldogs get by it. Kelts drives baseline underneath the basket, over his head and back off the glass. Donnie Kelts with one of those Michael Jordan-type moves along the end line.
Good movement of the ball, too, by Mount Vernon. Bang, 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 and you got an open man underneath.
Sedro Woolley basketball. Moving it around the perimeter. Scott Johnson up the top of the key right now. Thinks about the three. Now goes middle of the key with the pass to Raymond. Turns, faces the hoop. 8-footer good. Justin Raymond. 19 in the night for Raymond. 78-52. 3.5 minutes to go. Bulldogs that far away from wrapping up the 1992 Northwest League title. Front court. Kelts moves it around the perimeter to Chad Wires. Now down along the baseline to Keys. Keys looking to go on Cleland. Gets by him. Cleland gets a block, though, and knocks Keys out of bounds. So Cameron will pick up the foul. Number 3 on Cleland. Number 5 on the team. Rather, number 6 on the team. Trent Keys will check into the lineup for Bill Cornelius. So Mount Vernon has Mark Hendrickson as the lone starter left on the floor once again. Inbounds pass comes to Wires from Donnie Kelts. Out front to Torrey Swanson. Lob it back down in the corner along the baseline to Kelts. Right side of the floor. Now out to Wires. Moves in toward the foul line. Gives it out to Swanson. Left wing to Trent Keys. Trent moves in. Now throws it back out to Swanson. He'll penetrate. Middle of the key. 8-footer up. Bounces off the rim. No good. Rebound tap. Trent Keys comes down with it. Misses the putback. Now the rebound tapped out. Collins comes away with it for the Cubs. 3-on-3 fast break. Collins to the key. Pull up. 10-footer no good. Rebound being chased down, and a Bulldog is going to be, no, a Cub will be the last to, excuse me, a Bulldog will be the last to touch it. It will remain Sedro Woolley basketball as the two players were colliding right there. I wasn't sure which way the official was going to end up pointing, and he gives it off to Sedro Woolley as Mark Hendrickson is replaced in the Bulldog lineup by Steve Bertelsen. Sedro Woolley retains possession of the basketball. Scott Johnson drives, gives it to Raymond underneath. Turn around, Justin Raymond off the glass. 21 for Raymond. 78-54. Up the right sideline to Bertelsen. Picks up the dribble. Now Cleland out there. Throws the pass. Bertelsen out to Swanson around the left side. Chad Wires to shoot the three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound tapped out. Chased down by Cleland. 3-0-1 fast break for Sedro Woolley. Cleland will keep it himself and off the backboard. Good.
17 for the big redhead. 21 for Raymond.
Same type of situation as they had last time. They scored 38 of the Cubs' points in the first meeting. In the front court, Donnie Kelts with the basketball, and two Cubs collapsing to try and steal the ball away, and one of them will get called for the reach-in foul there. It will be Ryan Keys, second personal. And a timeout called by Sedro Woolley. 1:59 to go here. 78-56 Bulldogs. Back to Sedro Woolley High School right after this.
Convenient locations to serve you.
Join our friendly family at the working bank.
Gadget State Bank, member FDIC.
Just inside 2 minutes to go in this one. Donnie Kelts at the line for the Bulldogs, shooting free throws. First one up and good for the sophomore.
9 for the sophomore. Donnie Kelts is going to score a lot of points for the Mount Vernon Bulldogs before he's done at Mount Vernon High School.
He's finding those three-pointers at the end of district basketball games. We certainly know that from last season. Hits the pair of free throws there. 80-56 Mount Vernon. Bulldogs, the 1992 Northwest League champions in 1 minute and 52 seconds. Raymond drives, spin around move, middle of the key, Justin Raymond.
Looks like a giant out there right now. I don't think there's anybody within 4 inches of him.
Yeah, he's easily the biggest guy on the floor. Kelts drives, dishes it back out front. Bertelsen to shoot the three.
Boy, Bert steps up and shoots three. I tell you, got some shooters on both of these basketball teams. You like to see that. You like to see some guys off the bench. For Woolley, too, they need this experience.
Shane Collins moves in. 15-footer no good. Rebound offensively inside for a Cub, and that is Jeff Meisner with the rebound. He is fouled after grabbing the basketball. As he was going back to the basket, the foul will be called against a Bulldog, Trent Keys. First personal on Keys. And to the line to shoot two is Jeff Meisner. So Trent Keys, if I have this correct, Fred, is the only Bulldog to play and not score here this evening. Meisner hits the first one. Well, got to go all the way up to the top of the scorebook, and thank you very much. Justin Raymond gets a great round of applause from the faithful here in Sedro Woolley as he is replaced in the Sedro Woolley lineup. Second free throw goes for Meisner as well as he gets a pair of points. So Dave Garcia, the point guard, who is not called on to score, but he had 3 3-pointers in that first Bulldog Cup matchup. doesn't get any points here tonight, as he has already checked out for the evening, but he did his job of running the show early on for Mount Vernon. 83-60 after Meisner sinks the pair of free throws. Bulldog basketball in the hands of Chad Wires. Fakes move, drives middle of the key, tries an underhanded scoop shot, and it's partially checked away. Outlet pass for Sedro Woolley after the rebound comes to Scott Johnson. He misses a layup and a follow-up by Shane Collins.
Collins just needs to shoot the ball more for Sedro Woolley. He's a fine basketball player. Needs to get more involved in their offense, I think, to help them go down the stretch here. Of course, with Isaac Bloom out.
Inbounds pass from Mount Vernon comes to Wires at the top of the key, misses the three-pointer. Outlet pass to Johnson along the right sideline. Down the floor he comes, pulls up off the wing, 15-footer off the glass too hard. Meisner with the offensive rebound, and his shot is checked away out of bounds by Adrian Rusin, just checking in for Mount Vernon. Rusin along with Tom Martin. So everybody that came to play tonight for Mount Vernon is getting a chance to see some action here in the final 44 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Sedro Woolley inbounds, comes to T.J. Brown, 16-footer, no good from the left wing. Rebound underneath for the Bulldogs to Steve Bertelson. Across midcourt, now down the floor right wing to Bubba. Trent Keys fires the three, short off the front of the rim, no good. T.J. Brown with the rebound, but Keys gets a hand on it. Trent makes a steal, then tries to lob it over to a teammate, Adrian Rusin, and Trent threw it a little too high and goes over Rusin's head out of bounds.
Well, it's tough to sit there all night long and then get in there and get a feel and find out what you're doing. Bubba's Keys has done a nice job for him this year coming off the bench. He's been very patient, seeing more minutes now.
Sedro Woolley basketball along the baseline move, and Matt Guerrero hits the shot. 13-footer, 6'2 freshman, just getting some varsity playing time here this evening for Sedro Woolley. Wires from the wing, three-pointer up, no good. Rebound battle for underneath, Cub by a Cub. Outlet pass comes to Ryan Evans, fires up a long-range shot. It is short, and the buzzer goes off in the background as we find out who was shooting that basket to end this basketball game here this evening. 83-64, Mount Vernon, the 1992 Northwest League champions with this victory here tonight. Mount Vernon improves to 18-0 with their 22nd consecutive victory. We'll be back for the post-game show and some comments from tonight's participants right after this.